Hello YouTube, Dual Core here. So we just escaped the vault. Now we're gonna head out actually into the wastes. So without further ado, let's do it to it. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. You can edit anything that we had edited in the past. This is like a last chance to edit your guy type thing. So we're pretty good. I've already picked everything that I wanted to do, so let's go. Oh dang, overexposed. So it's the wastes. Looking at it for the first time. Scenic overlook. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna focus on performance, especially with the beginning. So we're gonna just pump into small guns for now. Alright, so I don't like picking any kind of perks that just give you a few points to the skills, because we're focusing on intelligence and comprehension, that sort of thing, so we already know what we're going to do with our skill points. So these things, I don't like that. 5 points to science and medicine. This one gives you repair and small guns. Lady Killer is kind of interesting, I guess. There's a guy and a girl version of this, so if you play a girl, it's called something else, but for the opposite sex or whatever. Little Leaguer, same thing, 5 points to melee and explosives. Swift Learner, I hate doing this perk. People get this to increase their level faster, but it really, you're going to hit that level anyway, so we can use this the spot that it takes to do this perk into something that actually is useful at end game type stuff. And there you go again with just 5 points of sneak and lockpick, whatever. So we're going to do some intense training, because everything else, kind of sucks. So keeping charisma pretty low, I'm going to put some in intelligence so we can get more skill points. The earlier the better, so we can take advantage of the increases. Alright, so we're going to head over here to, that is called Megaton. So, oh yeah, and we're going to put on our gun, the repaired one there. Oh yeah, we picked up a ton of jumpsuits and whatnot. So, we're going to repair them to the maximum amount that we can, so we have a little bit more damage reduction. The higher the repair is, the more damage reduction it gives you. Alright, Riverboat has docked at the mouth of the Potomac, carrying trade from the distant peninsula of Point Lookout. That's a downloadable content thing. The captain offers passage to Point Lookout for any mercenary, treasure hunter, or adventurer looking to explore the new land. Point Lookout is really hard, so we're probably going to end up doing that last. We should have a few more. There we go. Into the pit. There are reports of a new radio message being broadcast across the capital wasteland. The transmission appears to be some sort of distress call, and gives little information except the location and name of the man making the plea. Alright, so that's another downloadable content called The Pit. Alright, so I am playing this on high settings, just to give you the best possible detail there is. A new radio broadcast has been heard across the capital wasteland. While completely unintelligible, it sounds ominous. So Mothership Zeta, that's another one. A new radio broadcast has been heard across the capital wasteland. It sounds like a distress call, but seems meant for certain ears only. So I think that's Operation Anchorage. Broken Steel has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised to level 30, so that's of course Broken Steel. Do the Bethesda climb here, or strafe, or whatever you call that. You can go through the little town of Springvale over there, which I probably should have done, but I just wanted a straight shot over here. We might get some mole rats. If you spam VATS, it'll give you kind of an alert earlier on if there's enemies or whatever. So I have this streamed to a hard drive on my computer, so it is a little bit glitchy every once in a while. So I'm gonna actually put an SSD in my computer so this is a bit smoother. Alright, so there's Megaton. A few ants. Looks like they had killed here. There are also these caravans. Who's this? Crow. They sell certain things. There's 4 of them, and they go to each major city in the game. It's pretty interesting. A little more on that later. So there is a speech challenge right inside of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter here and then just save, because I know Lucas Sims is going to be talking to me here. So, oh yeah, it creates an auto-save when you get to the entrance.
Another newcomer. Name's Lucas Sims, town sheriff, and mayor too when the need arises. I don't know why, but I like you, boy. Something tells me you're all right. So welcome to Megaton. Just holler if you need something.
Alright. Nice town you got here, Sheriff. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Friendly and well-mannered. I think we're gonna get along just fine. You treat my people nice, and you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like.
Right. Message received.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, is there something I can help you with?
Alright, so we can go straight into it and talk about the father. What I want to do is discuss the bomb, because there's a speech challenge in there.
What about it?
Don't you think someone should disarm that thing?
I don't trust any of the locals to tinker with it. Besides, most people don't even realize it's still a threat. And hell, Cromwell and those crazies from the Church of Adam, they worship the damn thing. Why? You think you got the know-how to disarm it? For good?
I can see about disarming the bomb for you.
Oh, all right. Fine. But listen here. Just take a look at it first. Go easy. If you get the job done, there'll be 100 caps in it for you.
100 caps. 3%. I want, demolition expertise doesn't come cheap. I want 500 caps.
Not an option,
most likely I'm going to fail like a million times.
We aren't exactly rolling in cash.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to it, and until I actually succeed. So I'll be right back.
That's pretty steep. Fine.
Sweet.
Do it and you'll get your money. Don't screw up though, or we'll all regret it.
Yeah, it'll blow everybody up. So yeah, that took quite a few tries there. So you want to say before you know the speech challenge is coming, so you can just keep reloading over and over and over again if you want to exploit it. Of course, you can always get your charisma up and your speech up, that sort of thing. But this is really early on in the game, and 500 caps is super useful, especially right now. So most likely I don't have the explosives for that, because you need, I think, 25 explosives to do it. Which I have 17, but I think if you take a Mentats, it'll give you a little bit of a boost here.
Huh? He's coming with the clouds.
Alright, yeah, 25 or higher. I may have to wait till the next level. I know I picked up a Mentats. So we'll see. Explosives right to 25. Perfect. So, you can attempt to disarm the bomb. You can rig the bomb to explode. So if you head over to Moriarty, there's a guy in there that will proposition you. You can actually go ahead and rig it to explode, and then you go to Tenpenny Tower, and then you actually watch it. So I'm not gonna do that. I actually haven't done it personally, but I've watched some YouTube videos on it, and I suggest going over there and checking it out, because it's morbid. It's funny, but morbid. So we'll attempt to disarm the bomb. You have successfully disarmed the bomb. Perfect. So Moriarty was, oh not Moriarty, Lucas Sims was right up here. He tends to take off pretty quick. There he is.
I'll be damned. You did it, didn't you? You disarmed that thing. Here's your reward. Hell, why don't you move in? Could use someone like you. Got an empty place here you can use. Here's the key indeed. It ain't much to look at, but talk with Moira. She's got random odds and ends you might be able to spruce the place up with.
Perfect. 500 caps and a buttload of experience, which leveled us up again. Perfect. That quick. Alright, so, we go repair, so they're gonna go hand in hand here, just tandem. Let's throw one into lockpick, because lockpick is extremely useful here. So we got another intense training, I believe, because we haven't gotten anything unlocked just yet. Another one into intelligence. Perfect. Okay, so when you head off inside the door, the deed that he was talking about is to a house that's right here. Right next to this little table. So if you head off inside, you actually get your robotic butler. He's free, named Wadsworth. He
Allow
does
me to
various
introduce
things
myself.
for you.
I am Wadsworth, your personal robotic butler. I am here to look after your needs and to keep you happy and entertained. What can I do for you?
He is pretty cynical. It's funny. He says stuff under his breath, which is really funny because he doesn't have a mouth or he doesn't breathe. We're going to buy more things from my place. Well, we already know. There's a place called Moira's Craterside Supply. You'd like something to drink, which is pretty neat. He'll actually give you free purified water every so often. I don't remember. I think once a week. And you can get up to 5 from him at a time. So we're actually going to do
Certainly,
that.
sir. Here you...
1,
Certainly.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Certainly, sir.
So purified water is a really good way to get your karma up if you've dropped down in karma levels and you want to keep it in the positive by giving them to the beggars outside. Right next to that caravan there was a dude sitting on the ground. He's a little like a bum or whatever.
I'm sorry, sir. My condensation collectors need time to fully recharge before I can continue to
Alright, and give you a haircut, tell you a joke.
The two cannibals are eating a clown. One cannibal turns to the other and asks, "Does this taste funny to you?"
Yeah, I don't like his jokes.
My humor emitter array requires recharging.
It usually has to do with...
You have yourself a fine day, sir.
It usually has to do with atomic stuff like Fallout and that sort of thing. This is your bobblehead stand. We got one, of course. You can read the inscriptions if you like. This is where I put every single one of my items. People complain about your items disappearing out of this house. I have never, ever had that happen to me, not one time. So we're going to put in our extra stuff. I'm not going to be using the BB gun. We're going to keep, not the baseball bat, but the, that baton, of course, our caps. The eyeglasses, I want to actually equip those. Grognak goes in there. Drugs they don't weigh anything, so don't worry about, taking up any kind of weight. The police batons, actually I'm going to repair them up. Purified water's going there for now. We have reading glasses. Tunnel snake outfit. Whatever. Don't need the jumpsuit. Don't need the security armors or the helmets. Whoops. I always end up doing that. Alright, uniform. So we have 27 of 230. Like I said, I am a pack rat like crazy. So I always end up stockpiling everything. Can I use glasses? Nah, dang it. Some helmets will let you wear glasses, so we're actually gonna throw those in there. Cool. Here's an extra perk of having your own apartment. If you sleep for any amount of time on these beds, 8 hours, actually I think it has to be 8 hours, you'll get a buff, a bonus to your experience gained, a 10% boost for a short time. Oh yeah, my mentats wore off. There we go. You are now well rested. Cool, so anytime we get experience, we get a 10% boost for free. So that's just like that, having that perk. although that perk actually stacks up. Where I'm going is to the Craterside Supply. It's going to be closed, so we're going to wait. 9 p.m. Oh, dang, I think she opens up at like 8 or something. Talk to Morgra. She's going to give us a pretty lengthy quest. So we'll start heading through that on our first quests here. I'll put our gun away.
Hey, I hear you're that stray from the vault. Oh, I haven't seen one of you for years. Good to meet you. I'm Moira Brown. I run Craterside Supply. But what I really do is mostly tinkering and research. Say, I'm working on a book about the wasteland. It'd be great to have the foreword by a vault dweller. Help me out, would you?
So she said something about, I haven't seen one of you for years. So she has seen one of us before. Now, everybody was told that you're born in the vault, you die in the vault, nobody enters or leaves. So she's seen one of us somehow. That's a little weird. You know, so also, she's writing this book, so we're gonna start here. So I've got plenty to say about life in the vault. Where'd you get the vault suit back there? So in the back, there's actually a Vault 101 like armored suit. I actually missed it on the way in, but we'll take a look at it.
I'm pretty sure I remember a girl coming into town with that about 10, 12 years ago. She didn't know a thing about the wastes, and I knew she'd get herself hurt without some sort of protection. So I offered to armor her vault suit. Never saw her again. Probably died out there, poor thing. In a way, she gave me the idea to write this book. It's yours, if you help.
Yeah, and that Overseer's computer actually mentions about their little expeditions and Megaton and everything, and about fighting ants and whatever. I'm sure I have plenty to say about life.
Great! Just tell me what it's like to live underground all your life, or to come outside for the first time, or whatever strikes your fancy.
It was paradise down there. No fear, no worries, no fighting until Dad left.
A runaway dad, huh? I've seen plenty of them before, but none with the big 101 on their back. Good luck finding him. Maybe the armored vault suit will help you out there, huh? That'll be good for the book. In fact, want to help me with the research? I can pay you, and it'll be fun.
Well, heck yeah. What's this book you're working on? Pay? What sort of pay? What sort of work?
Let's see. Dealing with radiation, testing an experimental device, and, I won't lie, it may include some reading. That sort of stuff, you know? But for all that, I can pay you with caps, meds, chems, and maybe even a few of those unique inventions, if you do a good job. Interested?
Perfect. Sounds good. Tell me more.
Well, it's a dangerous place out there in the wastes, right? People could really use a compilation of good advice, like a wasteland survival guide. For that, I need an assistant to test my theories. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt because of a mistake. Nobody's ever happy when that happens.
Nope.
No, then they just yell a lot. At me. With mean words.
She's crazy. Sounds like a great idea. I can't wait to help.
Good enthusiasm! Now, I think the first chapter will have to be about surviving day-to-day dangers. Things like where it is and isn't safe to find food, the dangers of radiation, and how to avoid and even profit from dangerous landmines. Ooh, sounds like fun, doesn't it? Which do you want to do first?
Getting food doesn't sound so bad, so there's a Super Duper Mart that she's going to be sending us to. What's this about radiation? That's actually really easy, so we'll probably end up doing that first. Let's hear more about the landmines. So then she'll send us off to 2 different locations on the first and third one here, but the radiation, we can just kind of stand in some water.
Well, that's what I need your help for, isn't it? I know lots about it from books, but I never seem to get a live example. Not for long, anyway. So I need you to get a bit of radiation poisoning, so I can study its effects. Oh, not a deadly dose, of course. I can fix you up before that.
Okay, I'll get irradiated. Just be ready to fix me up when I get back.
Oh, you're a peach. Or at least some sort of hardy fruit that grows in the savagely irradiated mockery of agriculture we have nowadays. Now, 200 rads should be enough for basic sickness. But if you can get 600 or more rads, my test will be even more accurate. Just make sure you can get back here, and I'll see to it that you're well taken care of.
Perfect. Alright, so we'll not talk about the dad just
Try
yet.
not-
Try not to die. Oh, well, we wanted to check out the
Been busy
vault
testing?
suit. Where the heck did she have it? Thought it was right there.
Don't try anything.
Well, I'm not seeing it. I thought
Got
it
something
was
to sell?
chilling around here. Oh well. She'll give it to us later, whatever. Easy to get irradiated. There's just some patch of water here. If you drink any water, you're gonna get rads. But standing in here, of course you get rads as well. But to accelerate it, let's drink a bunch of it. You notice it goes up in big chunks. So each little blip I think is like 50 or something like that. And then the big ticks are 200. This would be more like 66 or something. Alright, you have radiation poisoning. Visit a doctor or take a rad away to lower your radiation level. You can also protect yourself ahead of time by taking Rad X, which increases your radiation resistance. I like to stockpile those for emergency situations. But we're trying to get 600. Come on. Alright, so we're almost at 400. Each level gives you more and more debuffs or sicknesses. You can always check them in your Pip-Boy, and it gets pretty severe. But I really haven't had too much trouble with radiation. You can get a whole bunch of little perks and whatnot. They give you inherent radiation resistance. Come on, almost there. Yeah, and with some Rad-X, I usually have 85. Especially if you have high medicine, because it gives you an even bigger boost whenever you do take a Rad-X, or even a Rad-Away. So now that we have 600, we can do the optional. So every single quest that she gives has an optional objective, and we're going to do all of those optional ones.
Oh, feeling a bit under the weather? Or a bit over the Geiger counter?
I'm about as irradiated as you can get without burning a hole in the floor.
I can tell! You're positively glowing! Now, just hold on and try not to move. Tell me how it feels, and I'll get you fixed right up.
Just do your examination, fix me up, please. Too tired to be snide.
You're a lucky one, you know. At this level, most people don't make it. But then again, most people don't have my experimental tricks. And now, after taking a few notes, I'll take care of that nasty radiation with a bit of my own homemade concoction. I've never had the chance to test it out on someone so heavily dosed. Oh, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, a little Brahmin milk, a couple magnets, and maybe a few happy thoughts. Well, you're alive! Oh, that's the good news. But there was a little side effect. A teeny tiny, mutation. But it seems to be benign, at least. Here, take a few radiation chems, as my little way of saying, I'm sorry I twisted your DNA like a kitten with a ball of yarn.
Alright, Moira's experiment has had an unexpected side effect. Now, when you suffer from advanced radiation poisoning, crippled limbs automatically regenerate. So that seems like a bit of a mutation. Whoops. I'm ready to continue research on the first chapter.
I've got to see how safe it is to scavenge food from one of those huge stores out there. I need someone to research how to travel through a minefield. And that'll cover the first section of the book. Which strikes your fancy?
Alright, so let's get some landmines.
Landmines are one of the few dangers out there that you can profit from. Disarm one before it blows, and you can sell it for plenty of caps. I've heard stories about a ghost town that's just full of mines. Traders just call the place Minefield. Sounds like the place for some field work. Get in there, get back, and tell me all about it. And could you bring back a mine for my studies?
I'll head to Minefield. Wish me luck.
Oh, don't worry. No one ever goes there because they say it's a ghost town. And since ghosts don't exist, you can just focus on the landmines. I hear there's a playground in the middle of town. Reach that point and come back, and I'm sure you'll have some stories to tell.
Perfect. Alright, so let's take off here.
See?
We're gonna head over to Minefield. I'm gonna call it here for this episode, the 4th episode. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.